Hi, this is Garvey Campbell, and you are watching Carnival Network, and we are here with Terrah Dan. Take two. Oh, let's get out of the way. Okay, where were we? Yes, so for the people who don't know, who you are, what you do, could you just tell people who perhaps aren't familiar with the soca scene or the carnival scene, Bajan soca artists, artists that are here in the UK? Could you just let them know, what you're doing, who you are, and where you're coming from?
My name is Terrah Dan. I'm currently the UK's Groovy Monarch 2016. Actually, I've only been doing soca itself for about 3 years now.
Okay.
Going into 4 years. And in those 3 years, I've come second in Road March, third in Road March, second in Lead Soca Monarch.
Okay.
And I've actually won the UK Soca Monarch this year.
The competitions that you've run, have they been here in the UK?
All of the competitions have been here. So
okay. No problem. Cool.
Yeah.
No problem. That was Becky making sure that everything's on point for the show. Yeah. If you didn't, if that looked a bit strange. Cool.
It's all right.
So
all of the competitions have been in the UK so far. But I do have plans on spreading my wings a little bit.
Yes, definitely. So you've done that over 3 years.
A period of 3 years.
Roughly, how much work has that taken? How much effort has that taken?
A lot of effort, and a lot of willpower, and a lot of drive, and a lot of sleepless nights, and a lot of stress. But you do what you love.
What would you say are your main challenges in terms of all of the effort that it takes to get you to where you want to get to? What would you say your main challenges?
There's countless challenges, just countless. Everyone that interviews me asks me this question.
Because the thing is, I think on one hand there is the fact that we just want to know. We want to dig into the heads of the people who are entertaining us, and I think that's natural. But also, I think it's important for those people who see you on stage to understand what is going on in the background. Exactly. I mean, I had an interview. There's an interview on the website with an artist from Antigua called Tizzy. Make sure you read it. But I'm having a chat with her, and I've been following her for years, but I had no idea of what motivated her, some of the challenges that she's got. This is why I say
artists everywhere there's a lot of challenges we go through, like from the simple things in life, like timekeeping, deadline keeping, like the simple stuff. It's all a challenge. Getting your music out on time, getting people, like when you put it on these big YouTube channels like Julian's promos and stuff. Yes. Obviously you have to contact them first. You might have a time frame in your head that they can't work with because they've got stuff going on. So it's challenges back and forth everywhere in everything that you do, from writing to recording to distribution. You'll come across some form of challenge. Okay.
If there was one thing that you could change about the process that you have to go through, getting stuff out there, something that you could change that could help move things along a bit smoother. If you had one, it's like, I'm giving you like a kettle with a genie in it. You've got one thing that you could change. What would it be?
That's a very big change.
Go for it.
I don't know. There's so much things I would change in terms of the process to get things out of there, but I don't know. There's way too much choice. No, my head's just going ping. I can't pinpoint one thing.
Okay, cool.
All right,
cool. So how you're looking to move over into, getting yourself out there with regards to the islands? Have you chosen a particular island to go for or target first, Or...
Yeah, what my team do, as per se, when I say my team, Team 246 is the group that I'm part of, as well as Rhythm Up.
Oh, and sorry to cut, but for the benefit of the people who don't know what 246 is, could you just let them know what 246 is? Because
246, which is here on the hoodie, is actually the area code for Barbados. Every island has their own area code, and 246 is just generally Barbados's area code.
So you named your team after the area code. Okay, cool, nice.
It started off, that is strange, because that started off as just a hashtag.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, everyone's just picking up the hashtag. So I thought, oh look, it's getting popular. Let me turn it into a logo.
Yes.
And see, and from there, we recruited a DJ, like my personal DJ, and he was like, oh, let's name ourselves Team 246.
And it stuck.
Okay, why not?
Yeah, nice. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Just stuck.
It's good, man. Stuff like that is usually what works. It's usually not. It's a lot of the time.
Yeah, the simple things.
Yeah, and it's not the stuff. Sometimes you plan stuff and it doesn't gel, but then all of a sudden you just whack something out there, and 2-3 weeks, months later, it sticks. So you were saying that Team 246 targeting an island.
Well, yeah. What I do personally is I lay out a plan for the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, okay, I need to do at least this many shows to fund these many tracks.
Okay.
You understand? I break everything down
by numbers. Okay.
I know how many, because I know how much I charge for a show, so I know how many shows I need to, say, buy a laptop.
Right.
For example.
Yes.
I know I have to do 2 shows to buy a laptop,
mm-hmm.
or 3 shows to buy a laptop. So I would target the amount of shows I need.
Mm-hmm.
You target your distribution company, so where you're pushing your music to.
Right.
If you're pushing to a particular carnival,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which is mainly for me is Crop Over, Barbados' carnival. So
yes.
all my music that I bring out gets released in Barbados first.
Okay.
It goes straight to Barbados first. Radios.
First place. Okay.
DJs, everything Barbados. And then secondary, it comes back to the UK.
Right.
And then from there, I can distribute from there. But yeah, we always have a general plan of attack. In anything that we do, you have to have a focus and a main goal and an end product that you're looking for.
So does that mean that you're, in terms of like where you're going to be driving into, in terms of maybe getting into a Soca Monarch competition or a competition, would that be Barbados?
Not necessarily, because myself as well as my team have links to other islands.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of people I'm working with on a lot of different islands. Things that you can't mention at the moment.
Of course.
Yeah. Stuff that happens. So
of course.
Yeah, it might not be Barbados. It might be one of the smaller islands that
mm-hmm.
I say, okay, let me start there and see
what the response is.
Exactly, yeah. But at the moment in Barbados, I have put myself on a bit of a platform, so everyone knows who I am.
Mm-hmm.
They know the music, so technically that will be a good place to start.
Okay, you started off here in terms of how your music's been received in Barbados. How would you describe the reception that you've got? Obviously, you live here, but I've listened to your music. Your music is up there. It's right up there in terms of production quality, entertainment value as well.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest, when I've heard it, there's no way to distinguish it from what's coming from any other place in terms of its authenticity, the message that's coming across, and the enjoyment. So what would you say the reception has been like coming from Barbados, with regards to your music?
Being based here,
mm-hmm.
people in Barbados kind of look at it like, who's this little English boy? Because although I'm born in Barbados, grown up in Barbados, moved here when I was big, as they would say.
Yeah.
Anytime I go back, it's like, oh yeah, English boy, London boy, and it's like, you're forgetting where I'm from. So I had to break through that barrier. The first year or so was trying to break through that barrier and show them, well, although I'm based here and although my music is made and recorded here, I'm from Barbados. So as soon as people started to realize that, I started to kind of use the links that I had back home,
mm-hmm.
certain DJs that are on radio and certain DJs that had influence and artists, and
mm-hmm.
just get them to push my stuff out.
Okay. Do you think, it's a bit of a leading question, but do you think that in some ways hampers the spread of soca music to perhaps other places, other countries, other demographics of people? I mean, if they're, to be completely honest, if that's the what you've had to do to push through, what happens when, for instance, you get a DJ from, I don't know, Austria, who says, look, I want to start up a little something in Austria, I want to establish some links. So do you think that whatever it is that you had to push through, do you think that actually is hampering the spread and sharing of our culture to other people?
I think a lot of people don't really want to give it a chance, kind of thing. New artists as well as some known artists. Like, there's certain places that don't know about soca.
Yes.
And they don't want to give soca a chance.
Becky.
They just understand, instead of just saying, all right, I'll take a little minute and listen to something, they might actually come across something they like.
What?
And leave Becky in the background like, what?
That's all right. Becky, we're going to be educating you.
Oh.
Yeah, we are going to be educating you.
And the audience.
And the audience,
So
definitely.
anyone who doesn't know about soca, it's okay. So
That's
don't
right.
get it wrong.
That's
There's
right.
a lot of people that don't know about soca, so
Yeah.
it would help if people would help to spread the culture, spreading that, like, it's the only way songs are gonna get known is if you as a DJ or a DJ pushes the song.
Yes,
for the masses to hear.
Agreed.
You understand? So that's it's kind of a and B argument.
Yeah, chicken and egg.
That's it.
Kind of
Which came
thing.
first?
Yeah, and I suppose as well, like, one of the other things is that even today, I'll go and maybe hop on YouTube, or I might dig through Facebook, and I'm hearing tunes from like 2008, 2007, and I'm like, tune's big, but for one reason or another, it wasn't played.
It didn't make it mainstream.
It didn't make it mainstream, or maybe the person just didn't have enough backing. Maybe they've quit.
Right.
You know, Lieutenants.
Yep. I know Lieutenants. Yeah.
Broke my heart. Lieutenants were a UK based soca group, two fellas, and they brought out a tune called Sleeping Giants. That was, do you remember what year that was? I'm not sure.
I can't even remember the year.
I found out about it late, to be completely fair. I'm like, have you heard Sleeping Giants? People just like, bruv, that's a while back, man. Where you been?
Yeah,
You've been listening to
exactly,
that. But
I think
because
Sleeping Giants was around 2013, 2012, around there.
Jesus, big tune. And then I saw, literally like 6 months after that, I saw a message go, I think it was on Facebook, where they were saying, look, you know, we're gonna be shutting down because they didn't feel as though they were getting the kind of support they needed to keep going.
That. Yeah, I saw that message because the year that they stopped doing UK Soca was the year that I entered the UK Soca arena.
Right.
So I've done a lot of research and listened to a lot of their stuff, and there was kind of a big driving force along with other people of me doing UK soca and trying to push this culture out there. But I do understand the struggles that they go through. And
so UK came in as they made their exit. Didn't that, like, what must you have thought about that coming into it, bruv? Because that's like, they were doing their thing.
Exactly.
By the way, Lieutenants, if you're listening to this, we still want you back.
Bless up, Lieutenants.
On the scene, yeah. We still want you back on the scene if you get a chance to see this. Cool.
They might be back sooner than you think. Yes. You never know. They might be back sooner than you think.
You heard it here first, yeah? Okay. So what were your thoughts on that?
Oh, boy.
You're coming in, and
the thing is, when I first came in, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand what everyone was talking about, the pressures, because in these past 3 years, every now and again, someone on Facebook would put up the exact same line to spark the conversation.
Yep.
So I didn't quite understand what all the hoo-ha was about.
I think I saw one on your page as well.
Oh my God.
I saw one.
Oh my God.
I'm like, because obviously have to do a little background research for a show like this, and 2 or 3 that I'm like, I'm not going to say who said it or what they said, but yeah, it's still a talking point.
The funniest thing about that, the reason I have to laugh, is because the newest song that I've got out was made by that same producer.
Okay.
That week that I had that discussion with.
Right.
So it's like it's water under the bridge at the moment. But when I wrote it, I wasn't actually targeting anyone.
Yes, of course.
I was just venting because at that point I understood what everyone was now talking about. The struggle of UK soca, and I think a lot of it has to do with that tag UK soca.
Okay.
Why not just take that off and let it be soca? Yeah,
it's soca. At the end of the day,
soca. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. It could be coming from India. Yeah, it's soca.
By the way, the video that we did for covering Notting Hill Carnival.
Yeah.
There have been people who have inquired about the music that we had on the backing.
Yeah.
One of those tunes was by Terrah Dan. Yeah, that's right. And what came across is it was quite clear those guys did not know or had any idea that you. So what it brought home to me was that the person who's listening to it, once they don't associate it with quote unquote UK soca, the way they take it and the way they enjoy it, and it's the same. So yeah, no, I get it. The whole thing of UK soca scene, at the end of the day, it's soca music. Exactly. It's a genre of music.
All right, I'll give you a perfect example. It was last year. Yeah, I was in Barbados last year and I did a song. I came back to the UK and one of my first performances back was Soca Frenzy.
Right, yeah.
So I performed that Soca Frenzy and I performed the song.
Big up Soca Frenzy, by the way.
The whole team. And afterwards there was like, someone mentioned that I sang someone else's song.
Okay.
I was like, I sang all my songs on stage, and the person didn't know that the song that she was hearing in Barbados on the radio this whole time was actually me. So when she came back and saw it at Frenzy, she's like, why is he singing someone else's song? And the person's like, no, that's Terrah's song.
Wow.
So, but it's happened quite a few times.
Right.
Not just once, it's happened quite a few times. Like I've got phone calls when I was there this year. I was in my bed, someone phoned me, oh my God, I just heard your song on the radio. Okay.
But hold on. I mean, and that shouldn't even be that much of an issue as well anyway, because when I've gone to performances in other islands, some of the time they will perform tunes done by other people anyway.
Yeah.
So why is that an issue?
I think because the song actually did well in Barbados. Okay. That's how I kind of established myself.
So they thought you were biting from your own style.
So they also thought, now, all right, he's gonna sing someone else's song to try and get in the mix, kind of thing. But we do this.
That's amazing.
Our writing skills are up. So we keep things kind of
okay. Flowing. I've got another question for you. Okay. So, if you could work with any artist right now, collaborate on something together,
Soca-Artist?
Yeah. You know what? As you said that, I'm gonna open it up.
I've been asked this question a lot as well, and the answer I give people is, it usually shocks them because I say Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
And a lot of people was like, what? She's not even a soca artist or anything, but I grew up listening to her music. No, I grew up listening to her music, innit? So I don't just do soca.
Of course,
I do all kinds of music.
It's nice to open up. What I'm seeing sometimes is, and I hear this from some soca artists where they say that some soca artists are trying to change what they do to appeal to a wider audience.
Exactly, yeah.
As opposed to
Maybe now you got Afro soca and stuff like that.
Maybe don't get me wrong. I love some of those tunes, but it's not something you really have to do. In my own opinion, you can keep what you do, and maybe just collaborate with someone who's from outside of what you're doing, and that way they get something out of it. You get something out of it in terms of showing the audience.
You split the fans. It's more fans. It's more exposure. Yeah,
definitely. All right. Just going to give you guys a quick heads up on some of the events that are happening tonight and next week. Also, first up, Hush. We told you about Hush in our last update for December. There was unfortunately some news that came out recently that they had to change their venue. Hush is on tonight. It's a silent party where you wear headphones. The music's coming through the headphones, and they got two teams.
It's two sets of DJs.
Yeah.
So you have two DJs playing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So you have your headphones, and you can switch channel to listen to whichever DJ you want to listen to.
Yeah, and they say obviously all of the DJs involved in the two groups are friends, but they say it's not a clash, but
it's a mini rivalry.
We know it's a friendly clash. Yeah. It's all good though. It's all good.
So Prince Vern, big up yourself. DJ Tate, big up yourself.
Yes, also. Yeah. And so they've had some kind of problem with the venue, so they've moved the venue. So if you go on our website and you look up the event, the venue is not the right one, but if you click on the link below on the event calendar, it will take you to their Facebook page. Go and check out where they've moved it to. Check that event out. Also, there is Chante Noel, which is the French Caribbean Christmas event. That's also going on tonight, so that's going to be a nice one to go to. Friends and family, if you just want to chill out, it's not about going out and pounding out the dance floor, which is not something we always want to do. Sometimes you want to chill out with friends and family. That's a good event to check out also. Next week there is Soca versus Reggae, which is an interesting one.
I was about to say that.
Only because no one's done it before. There have been soca events way back in the past over here where you would get some reggae tunes.
But does that mean now it's old school soca versus old school reggae, or? Don't know.
I mean, I'll be completely honest. I'm thinking about hopping over and just poking around through the door and see what's going on.
That sounds interesting. Actually.
Yeah, because it's not been done, and I grew up to a large degree on reggae. I was born in Trinidad, but my dad and his side of family are from Jamaica. My mum's side is from Trinidad, but obviously between those two, I got reggae coming in from dad's side. Yeah, and I go around grandma's house, and the old school clips will be playing. So I'll be interested to find out how that works out. And if you are, go and check it out. Look on our website again. The details are there on our events calendar. Also, there are two still Pan Orchestra Christmas events. One is by Endurance Steel Orchestra, and the other is Ebony Steel Band as well. Two different dates, so if you love Pan, you can go and check both of those out on the 2 different days next week. And last but not least, there is Ray Tay Tay, which is an all-day event. I think that starts at 5 p.m. And that's taking place in South London. That's going to be a nice event. You've got Release the Rhythm DJ in there, so that should be quite cool.
Might have to check that one out.
Yeah, no, it's close to my gates too, so I'm gonna probably see if I can grab my ticket and head down there. What else do we have? Oh yeah. Few stories that are on the site. There's a gent by the name of Stephen Kelvin. He is putting together a report and he's going to submit it to the Ministry of Culture in Grenada, and he is going to basically talk about revamping and changing up the Spice Mass Carnival in Grenada. Okay, cool. I think what he wants to do is he wants to get more of involvement from schools. So basically, I think where he's coming from is in terms of the fact that you don't just want your carnival just becoming a commercial event. Right. You want it to say something about the culture and the island that it's on, because it's for the people at the end of the day. It's not just something for tourists to just come in
Exactly.
You know,
come in and take over.
Yeah, have a good time and then roll up, and then you don't see them next year. You want those people leaving as though they've had a bit of an insight into the culture as well. So it sounds like he wants to submit this report to influence things and change things so that the Spice Mass Carnival in Grenada has a bit more of a cultural kind of feel to it. There's also the interview that we did with Tizzy. That's on the site in our interview area. Check that out. She says something right at the end of that interview that I thought was just mind-blowing. You should check that out too, because it has to do with what we've been discussing today. But so check that out. Last two, in the Bahamas, they have the guys who are doing the carnival there say they are going to go ahead with or without government support. So obviously we all like when the government or official bodies help support carnival and pump some money into it so we can make it bigger and better. But they're saying, you know what, we want your help, but if you're not going to help us, we're doing it anyway. So, you know, Bahamas, we love the way you roll.
You know this, isn't it?
And for the drinkers out there, you know Angostura rum?
Yeah.
Okay, so Angostura rum is from Trinidad. They apparently are possibly facing sanctions after alleged illegal practices were uncovered. So
illegal practice.
Bruv, I don't even know what that looks like, but we've got the article on the site. So if you're interested in that, hop onto the site and check that out. That's on our front page right now. Yeah, that's going to be deep. I think we've also got a link on there to their official response. But listen, I love Angostura rum and Angostura bitters. They're rum connoisseurs. They do their thing, man. So yeah, have a look at that. And last but not least,
and Terrah Dan talk us out with his track as well.
Okay. I've got one more thing. In St. Kitts for Sugar Mass for their Soca Monarch, they have recently selected the semi-finalists for their Soca Monarch event. St. Kitts' carnival is around about January time, so it's not long. So have a look at that too. So yeah, Mr. T.
Tell the audience about the song that we're going to play.
This song here is the first song that I released this year. It's called Living Life. It's made by producer Schwain. I'm the one, Terrah Dan, UK Monarch, rough to all.
Cool. This is Garvey Campbell with Terrah Dan, and you've been watching Carnival Network. We'll see you next time.